Nation Tribal Council, and the Niskalnith Indian Band. The NAPIC meeting was attended by over 90 representatives from 41 Indigenous Peoples nations and organizations. The NAPIC decision and recommendations number 32 and 33 from our full report, which has been submitted to the UN Permanent Forum Secretariat and is included as conference room paper number 2 for this session, are reiterated below. Number 32, NAPIC will engage with other regions and caucuses to move toward a global consensus on the cancellation of the high-level plenary meeting, also known as the World Conference on Indigenous Peoples. The following text is the consensus position reached by the NAPIC calling for the cancellation of the high-level plenary meeting to be known as the World Conference on Indigenous Peoples. In March 2013, at the NAPIC meeting in Sycuan, we established through consensus standards of analysis and review regarding the proposed UN high-level plenary meeting, also known as the World Conference on Indigenous Peoples. These standards were applied by the North American delegation at the meeting in Alta, Norway in June of 2013. The bedrock of the NAPIC position regarding Indigenous peoples' participation in the high-level plenary meeting is that participation must be full and equal. We decided last March that we would revisit the question of the high-level plenary meeting at the 2014 NAPIC meeting and decided upon any further participation in planning or participating in the high-level plenary meeting. In the months following the Alta meeting, and in particular on February 26, 2014, the President of the General Assembly made it clear in an aide memoir that equal and effective participation by Indigenous peoples will not be allowed in the high-level plenary meeting. Therefore, the NAPIC conditions that were established at Sycuan and that were reiterated in Alta have not been respected and have been ignored by the President of the General Assembly. Given this chain of events, and given the short timeline between now and the scheduled high-level plenary meeting, we do not foresee our conditions for participation as equals in the high-level plenary meeting being met. Therefore, the NAPIC calls for the immediate cancellation of the high-level plenary meeting by the UN General Assembly. We also call on the State of Mexico to cancel its planned technical meeting to begin drafting the outcome document for the high-level plenary meeting, which they did cancel. We call on the Permanent Forum to cancel any further participation and additional preparatory or advisory meetings for the high-level plenary meeting. Additionally, NAPIC advances the position throughout Great Turtle Island and to the world's Indigenous peoples to call for the cancellation of the high-level plenary meeting and to withhold any and all support and participation. We call for the withdrawal of any support, active or tacit, for the high-level plenary meeting by Indigenous peoples anywhere in the world. By consensus, the above text was agreed upon, and it was decided that the NAPIC will call for the cancellation of the high-level plenary meeting and withdraw from the global coordinating group of the high-level plenary meeting. Debra Harry and Kenneth Deere, the two NAPIC representatives to the GCG, delivered this message to the PGA and a group of states on Tuesday, March 4th, after which time the NAPIC has formally withdrawn from the global coordinating group. Madam Chair, we listened carefully to the PGA's framework provided by Ambassador Gregoire today. Nothing was said today that substantially changes the previous PGA's aide memoir, and as a result, our position stands. Thank you, Madam Chair.